The NFL Week 3 recap and Monday Night Football bomb edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code BOMBS. That would be my promo code, of course. And now...
All I gotta say is go fucking bird! Oh, we apologize for that.
We apologize. Landon has...
Bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
Everyone! I am not a fucking loser!
It's bad luck just seeing a thing like that.
You're a crumb creep. I want to fight you. But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum. Put that on camera. You're a creep.
I'm Lou Holtz, and you're listening to The Man and the Box and the Bottom Line Bombast. Good luck to you.
Welcome to the Bottom Line Bombs. I'm your host, the Laddie Daddy Scumbagger Vance, the Bet Detective. The Deli Lama, CJ Sullivan, the man in the box. That's right. And we are recording live from Eagle Rock, California on a Monday at 1 o'clock Pacific. You're listening to it whenever you listen to it. So I'll get to the Monday Night Football game soon. This is the show, Picks with Bits for Tobacco Use Only. We'll recap week 3. We had a good weekend as far as the Circa Millions contest. We are 4-0. We have 5 pending tonight. We got through in Survivor. We got a lot of stuff. We have a lot of people listening, watching live in the chat. So if you're listening on X, hop on over to YouTube. You can join the chat. You can bring that live energy like Arbo, who says bang. Yeah, you get a bang and you get a bomb. Takia Spikes, haven't seen you in a bit. Says go Bills, man in the box. That's right. We had a couple Bills Survivor entries on their businessman-like victory over the Dolphins on Thursday night. I tell you what, people are making fun now. Like, you can't use them this week though. But you know what? There's nothing better than a Thursday night in pocket Survivor win. We knew. I mean, yeah, they let Miami mess around a little bit, but then Tua turned it over. Was going to take over, and Bills are looking good. Anyway, so let's talk about today. We got the Monday Night Football game tonight. Ravens Lions should be a good one, and we'll recap most of what happened over the weekend. I got a few other things, of course, a man in the box segment. A lot of blocked field goals yesterday. That was a big story. Not only did the Jets block a field goal, brought it to the house to take the lead with a minute to go or 2 minutes to go. Almost pulled that out versus Tampa Bay. Thank God they didn't, because we did have an entry on Tampa Bay and Survivor. We got by through that. Although that's a game they should have won going away. They let the Jets come back in there. I was weary of it because of all the injuries they had. Cleveland Browns blocked a field goal, big field goal that they would have lost with the Packers, and then they wound up winning outright, which knocked a lot of people out of Survivor. But of course, I'm talking about the one and only greatest cover of all time.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
The Birds. Philadelphia Eagles -3.5 versus the Rams. Easy work, easy cover. Sure, they let the Rams have fun and go up 27-6 or whatever it was, 26-7, and dominate the game. Eagles came back, took the lead. Rams had 5 field goals. One was already blocked going into this. This is their 7th field goal attempt, I think, going into it. That was part of the problem. McVay was way too conservative. They should have blew the Eagles out. But they set it up for the greatest cover of the season, or worst beat of the season. Not all time. People like to say the all time. It's pretty bad, though. Eagles blocked the field goal. Jordan Davis scooped it up, 330 pounds, ran to the house to cover the spread. They were up by 1. Line was 3.5. They won by 8 or whatever it was, 7. Unbelievable. This happened before. 25 years ago, I want to say it was. Remember that play when Bill Cowher almost punched a Jaguar? That was a Monday night game. Steelers were like 5-6 point underdogs in that one. They were down by 2. Kicking the field goal to win it. Make it or miss it. You didn't care if you were a Steelers backer, but don't do what happened. And Jacksonville blocked it, scooped it up, went to the house to cover the spread, and then Cowher like flinched at the guy and almost punched him. And everyone's like, please, why wouldn't you punch him? We could have covered. Although they probably would have rewarded the touchdown. It was amazing. So that's happened before. There's been bad covers before, but that was, if you're on the Rams there, condolences, obviously. You were on the right side literally the entire time. No matter what, you were on the right side of the game until Jordan Davis high knees, as Harbaugh says in there. Big Jordan. I mean, he looked fast. They said he was running 18 miles an hour, getting in shape. Incredible. I still don't know what. So there was a lot of blocked field goals yesterday. Were they all up the middle? The Eagles did theirs up the middle. The 2D tackle, Jalen Carter and Davis has crushed that backup guard. And I still don't know what the deal is if you can touch the long snapper, feather. It seemed like the snapper came over. I don't know. I saw some bitching online. People are always bitching about the Eagles. That's the thing about these Eagles. They're getting more. They're upsetting people more and more. First was the tush pushes. Now that they're going to start winning like this, it's just going to be like, okay, you can see the hate. I mean, the hate's always been there, but the hate's coming. Like the hate that was towards Kansas City with the referees and their dynasty is now shifting over to Philadelphia, where I think they're getting personal gifts. Like people want the Eagles to do well. No one wants the Eagles. What I do like about the Eagles, besides them being my team.
We apologize for that.
We apologize. Landon has.
I do like how they are just shitting on modern football by not throwing it, running the ball, doing nonsense like this, and just grinding out and quarterback sneaks and like that. I can get behind and angering everyone else. I mean, if you can't get behind that, then I don't even know. Not have been funny. Takia says, would have been funny if they called leverage. I mean, that's the thing. Denver got hosed with that leverage call, but although Sean Payton says that was a leverage play, this one he barely like grazed him, so I don't know how they could have done it. But who cares? More blocked field goals. Anything that stops field goals, let's do it. And always scoop. Ryan Kramer, I think he was just joking, but if people are like, other people, Jordan Davis should have fell down because as he stayed up, there's a chance he could have fumbled it, and the Rams, bring it back for a touchdown to win the game. The only way you can lose the game is if you call it up. Yeah, right. I know. Or you could have fun. God forbid we have a fun moment, and you go and you cover the damn spread. That's what you do. You can take that to the house and you cover. And they did. Anyway, so pretty wild Sunday yesterday. We did well, and with ladders as well. Channing Brown's in the chat room. He says ladder chatter. I'll give out a little. Well, let's see if I have a ladder to give out. If you watch the VSiN show, and I know you do, Sean and Ryan on Friday nights do the Sports Gambling Podcast live from VSiN in Vegas. I do a segment. I do a ladder segment, ladder chatter, and I also we do a pleaser. The pleasers did not hit, although I had the Ravens tonight, so who knows if my leg hits. Theirs certainly did not. But if you check out my socials, CJ Sullivan _@X, CJ Sullivan was taken on Instagram, YouTube, whatever, Bottom Line Bombs, all those things. I posted a little video. I gave out a Trey Tucker ladder in that Raiders Commanders game. His total on DraftKings started at 25.5 yards, went up to 100. That was the highest it went, was 100 yards, and that was 33-1. Trey Tucker, all he did was have 148 yards and 3 touchdowns. Come on. The ladder all the way to the top, baby. That was shoots and ladder style. Amazing. Crushed the Trey Tucker ladder. That's gonna have me. That's in my bank for the year. That's the thing with ladders. Once you hit one of those ladders all the way to the top, you can throw out the step ladders and the ones that broke and the ones that are fragile all you want, because once you hit that 33-1 and all the other rungs all the way up to it, I had them all. 14-1, 10-1, 5-1. It was easy work. Anyway, First of all, let me tell you about the SGPN app. That's where you can get my picks too. You can get everyone's picks there. It's in the App Store for free. Easy access to all our free picks and props. Anyway, let's get back into business. All right, let's get into tonight's Ravens Monday Night Football game versus the Lions. Like I said, I went 4-0 on the Circa Millions, and this is our 5th entry. So you already know I'm on the Ravens minus 4.5. I saw it came down to 4 a little bit today, but I'll just say it's 4.5. Over under is 53. Hard not to like the over tonight. I mean, Baltimore's averaged 40 points in its first 2 games, 40 points a game. So there's that. They didn't even play that good last week, and they scored 40 points. The Lions, of course, did not look good week 1 at Green Bay, but Green Bay's got a great defense. It was also on the road, but then they got right against the Bears, but that's also the Bears. So who really knows what you're going to get with Detroit? You have Jared Goff outdoors without Ben Johnson. Still some question marks. The reason why I was on the Ravens is just to recap that anyway. I gave it out in the contest. They've played the Lions last 3 times at home. They've won by an average of 28 points. They blow them out. Lamar Jackson, 7-2 on Monday Night Football, 24-2 versus the NFC. They're wearing their all black unis. The vibes are on the Ravens. That's for sure. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. I'm going to go with the over 53. I think the Lions will have success, but enough to warrant a play? No, absolutely not. So we're hoping for the Ravens to go 5-0 on the Circa Millions. Over 53. Now let's give out a few props that I do like. I don't want to get into Kramer's territory. First touchdowns, he gave out a few. I know that. I tell you what, I don't like to give out chalk, but I think Derrick Henry does have a nice game. Derrick Henry had a horrible game last week versus Cleveland. He had like 25 yards. He's 4-1 for first touchdown. Now you don't like to give out chalk, but you usually don't see Derrick Henry at 4-1. He's usually like plus 250 range, 2-1 range, something that chalky. But at 4-1, I'm gonna put a pretty big play on Derrick Henry at 4-1 first touchdown, and then I'm gonna sprinkle Tez Walker. Tez Walker he's at 45-1. He had 2 touchdowns last week. Now I know he doesn't see the field as much, and it was kind of a different kind of time. But the Ravens wide receivers, you never know what the hell's going on out there. You have Zay Flowers, who's dominant. Mark Andrews is not a thing this year. So they just rotate receivers. You have Rashad Bateman, Tez Walkers, who's the other guy, Wallace or someone. So why not take someone like Tez Walker, who is 45-1, who had 2 touchdowns last week for your first one? But speaking of Rashad Bateman, his over-under is 35.5. Let's take a look at that ladder, see if we have a ladder opportunity there. The reason why I like him is because he will be going up against Terran Arnold, the D-back for the Lions, who is not good. This Lions defense is getting good. I know people like Isaac Tesla, and of course I like him too. He's a for the Lions. He's playing a Josh Reynolds role.
Give it up for the exciting Whites!
He would definitely be a white angle release for me, as you know, I like to pay homage to the right angle release sports where they released plays, cancel, and I got to bring back the white angle release. Isaac Tesla would have been a good one, but I'm not giving out Isaac Tesla. I am giving out Rashad Bateman. So like I said, 35.5. His ladder, we'll just go a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy with him, but against that secondary, looking at Bet Online, 58 yards plus 185, 78 yards, 4-1. So plus 400 for Rashad Bateman, 78 yards, 4-1. You could also get 88 yards at 6-1, 98 yards, 9-1. Let's just stop it right there. 98 yards, 9-1, Rashad Bateman. Bomb that, ladder it. Lock it in. When I look for the ladders, I look for a lot of times speed, deep threat guys with lower numbers that you can really achieve. It's like there's no sense doing a Derrick Henry ladder because his prop starts at 87 yards or something like that, something insane. Yeah, 87 yards is his total over under. You'd have to get to 150 yards to get the 4-1 or 5-1. So no sense for that. Or Jahmyr Gibbs for that matter. Same exact thing, although his number's a little lower. Lamar Jackson, you can be fun. Montgomery can be something. Justice Hill receiving is always a fun one. But we're going to go Rashad Bateman. Just a nice casual ladder. Just to toss it out there for you C-generates, since I gave you the Trey Tucker, and that was such an easy dub. All right. Do I lock in? I never know if you guys like the wide shot or the tight shot of the man in the box. Sometimes I like bringing it into the man in the box, and then like get a little chaotic. Who knows? So we'll go Ravens -4.5, which we have for the contest, over 53. Rashad Bateman over 35.5 yards, laddered up to 90 yards. Derrick Henry first touchdown 4-1. Tez Walker as well, sprinkle a little bit on him, first touchdown 45-1, and then that's that. I like Derrick Henry to have a good game, but I don't want to play over 87.5. That seems dumb. Anyway, all right. Let me tell you about my bookie, where you can make these bets, because my bookie is I'd say the hub of NFL bettings. They like to think they are. It's your place to bet on football and everything else. The prop builder, second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. A bet I like I said, over 53. Ravens, Lions tonight, Monday Night Football. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGP. Get a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We also got No Vig. Oh, ain't no Vig here.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you know you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. You hear me? Download the Novig app. Get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig promo code SGPN. All right, there we go. Now let's get out of the Novig. Hey, Novig over here. All right, let's recap this 4-0. Let's recap that 4-0. We had to go with ugly teams, we said. Remember that? C-generates? I said, let's get some ugly teams in there. We had to mix things up. So we did. We banked Carolina over Atlanta, 30-0. We banked Washington. We went with Marcus Mariota over the Raiders. They buried them. We had the Browns. They went outright. What a trash team. They beat the best team in football, the Packers. It's +7.5. And then we had Dallas Cowboys losing to the Bears. All just absolutely cigar piece victories. Shout out Carolina Panthers, 30-0. Interdivisional home dog. They didn't even play good. You look at the stats, and they both played similarly bad, but I guess it was just turnovers. It was just bizarre. But Carolina won 30-0. Penix did not look good. I watched these games in Hollywood. We went to Hollywood Boulevard, some trash bars like Jameson's and Cabo Wabos and whatnot. My buddy Nick Vatterot's birthday, so there was a bunch of people coming in and out. I watched the afternoon games there. Early games I watched at home. Watch the Eagles game at home. Make sure I got that, make that business done. You know, sometimes you watch your own game at home, lock that in, then you can go out and celebrate and watch and do casual bullshit games. Let me bring it in there. Oh, geez, Louise. Adam Rosenberg says we are so back, and that's 100% right. Arbo says I'm moving numbers on Prize Picks. Bateman went to 39.5 right after my segment. Wouldn't be surprised. But shout out C-generates to a very dedicated C-generate, Ryan O'Flanagan, our Carolina Panther insider. Hilarious comic, but he's been on the preseason shows. He does the Carolina Panther previews. Keep pounding for him. I saw him. He came strolling into Jameson's randomly after the Panthers win. He was celebrating the Panthers win. You could tell he was not expecting that. He was absolutely lit. His words, him and his lady, it was great. His lady, lady friend, whatever you want. I don't know. I didn't really get into the details of his relationship, but she was definitely in clothes from the night before. I mean, hilarious clothes from the night before. Cocktail dress, makeup smeared, everything. But she was fucking leaning into it. She's like, yeah, we've been fucking going out all night. I went to church in this dress, and here I am at this trash Hollywood bar. Let's go Bears. She was awesome. Shout out to her. But Flanagan was awesome too. And they were just, I love when someone's hammered, celebrating they're happy. He's one of the very few like happy drunks you get there, which is very rare, you know. He did a classic. Okay, I'm going to the other side where my other friends are. I'll let you guys go. And then he just goes to the other table in your section and starts talking some other story. Like he never left. He just stayed. Like, just tell your friends to come here. You're here the whole time. But anyway, shout out to the Panthers. Although Hunter Renfrow did not get in the end zone for me, but that's fine. They won that one. So that was an easy bink outright. Then we had Washington, Trey Tucker ladder, which we crushed 33-1. But Mariota, that was the other thing. So that line went down to 3.5. Everyone got scared. We were on Washington. Like we said, horrible travel spot for Vegas. Where you at late Monday night football game. Then they had to go to cross country to play the Commanders that were off like a 10-day rest after losing to the Packers on Thursday night. And we said that's what happens. You go to Vegas for the weekend, and then you get ambitious with your flight travel back. You're like, oh, maybe I'll just take the real early flight in the morning on Monday or Tuesday, and I'll get a half day of work in or something. You think you're just gonna bounce back to reality. No, that's not how that works. You do a weekend in Vegas, you do the 4 a.m. flight or whatever it is, 6 a.m. You come back, you got first of all, you got to stay up just to make that flight. And then you're a wreck. You're not a thing till Thursday. You're not even a human being. You're a zombie walking around. And that's what those Raiders were. They looked awful. A lot of Ashton Genty slander. I don't think it's his fault. He's getting hit behind the line. The line's bad. The D's bad. Everything bad was bad except for Trey Tucker. And Trey Tucker gave us everything. Hunter, I wish those cowards would have kept that ladder going. Because not only did we save the kitty, we went to the roof. We were swinging at airplanes like King Kong style on top of the Empire State Building.
We get the full car wash.
But the thing with Marcus Mariota and his backup quarterback situation, Carson Wentz with a dub, Mac Jones with a dub, Marcus Mariota. People are like, oh, Mariota stinks. Yeah, he might, but he's competent. Do you want him playing 15, 16 games for you? No, but he can play a couple. That's all you want. The difference is consistency. Scripts. It's like the difference between good actors and bad actors. It's just scripts. They got to get the right scripts. And Mariota got it. So that Raiders defense, not good. They play the Bears next week, who we were also on. That was an amazing W. Because what ailed Caleb Williams? The Dallas defense, who was fucking terrible. But now you got the Raiders. So Caleb might look good 2 weeks in a row. That'll be interesting. But before we get to that, we have to get to Cleveland Browns. Plus 7.5. Another damn W. We had Carolina 1-0. We had Washington 2-0. And then we have Cleveland 3-0. Plus 7.5. Outright win. Now, should they have won outright? Probably not. But they always should have covered. Quishon Judkins looked good. They were always within that 7 number. But they also had a blocked field goal. Green Bay did. And Carolina, and then they hit a 55-yard. Or Cleveland. What did we say about Cleveland? That's what Cleveland does to you. Now, they have a good defense, but they make you play like Cleveland. Green Bay looked like the best team in football. Then their offensive lineman said they can go undefeated. Okay. Jordan Love did what Jordan Love does. He throws a disastrous interception. Like, what in the hell are you doing? It's just an insane interception. And then the Browns make you play like the Browns. You go to Cleveland, you can't help it. You're putting fries and sandwiches. You eat like a Clevelander. You drink like a Clevelander. You're miserable like a Clevelander. And that's how they make you morph into one of them. And no matter how good your team looks, you play at Cleveland, you're gonna look like the Cleveland Browns. The decals get wiped off your helmets. Your uniforms look more bland. You can't run. You can't catch. Next thing you know, Joe Flacco is leading a 12-yard game-winning drive on it. What? How's this possible? How's a 12-yard drive a game-winning drive? Well, that's Flacco. That's what they do. So shout out to that. Shout out to anyone who had the Packers on the Survivor pool. One of my C-Generate associates of part of the 9, and I told you this, C-Generates, for my $20 in the 20 million campaign. I have my 5 entries and then 4 C-Generate associates, sister, my friend Jeff Klinger and his girlfriend Cookie. I have 2 individuals and my ex-wife. Me and her, the ex-wife, shared a Buffalo, and not shared. She has another one too because, well, like I said, there's alimony tied up in that Circus Survivor entry. My health insurance is still tied up through her job, so we had to move some numbers around. And long story short, she's got a Survivor entry. She took the bills. Although I did upset her the other day, and she almost said, "Fuck it, take the Colts," which who would have won? But I ended up talking to her, and she got concerned. But whatever, you know what I mean. It's complicated, See, Jonas, don't ask. There's a lot going on that I'm not even sure of. Point is, we all got through, except for Cookie, who was the girlfriend of Jeff Klinger, who did have the Green Bay Packers. Now she's out, so I kind of laugh about how, not laugh, but I'm happy there's a couple thousand entries out. Also, I want her, which is one of mine, technically. But now I like it because she will now have to debate with her boyfriend, Jeff, their Klinger, my friend, for the rest of the season on who to decide. And that's what he deserves. He deserves that kind of punishment. He deserves the punishment that I'm getting. Oh, boy. Anyway. So I do feel bad for that. Lane Gretzky, welcome to the chat. He says, "What's up, Bat Detective? Nice job on sniffing out the fentanyl in the Clemson-Syracuse game this past week." You're damn right, Bat Detective was on that one. Called perfectly. Little sniffing that one out. Bad line. I also do the college football experience picks show on Wednesday with Moneyline Mac and Picks Dundee. Colby Dant.
Aussie. I enjoyed that.
I know my Bottom Line Bombs doesn't have a lot of college football on it, but that's because I do so many college picks on that college pick show on Wednesday night. It's like a 3F Jerry Lewis telethon the way Colby does. He does every goddamn game. So every week I'm studying for it, like this is exam. I'm not ready. It's insane. So I do bring a lot of preparation for it. I'll tell you that. And I did. One of the games I gave out was Syracuse money line. They were an 18-point dogs. Bomb that one. Although I don't bring the bombs into that one. I bring in the triple lock current affair. We also gave out Western Michigan as well. Lane Gretzky. I don't know if you thought to outright beat Toledo as 14.5-point dogs. Bomb that one as well. Got a lucky cover with Oklahoma, but that college entry, that kind of that's doing all right. But yeah, I had some really good college plays this weekend. I will say this with college, and I have a theory that if you like college more than the NFL, I'm not gonna say you're dumber, but you're a little more. I don't know. It's immature. It's a weird rivalry. It does seem like romper room, because you can get spreads that are like 28, 30 points and they can lose. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, I liked it. Stephen A, welcome to the chat. He says, "Sorry for the tardiness. Nice hit on that Trey Tucker ladder. Don't you apologize ever, Stephen A, for coming in late, and especially when you followed up by complimenting me on my Trey Tucker ladder, which was a huge, huge hit." Arbo, talking about the college game, said the show is hilarious. Really bad games thrown in your face. I mean, I know my role there. Moneyline Mac, Colby D, they're the college heads. They know ball. I know ball too, but they're like hipster college fans. Where Colby just like FCS just throws out all the college teams he knows, and it's long. And we do have a good time. It is actually a very fun show, and I enjoy it. I enjoy those guys, obviously. But part of my act now is just complaining about how long it is and complaining about what fucking games are we even talking about. He's got games. There's no lines on them, Mercer versus Amityville Horror University or whatever. He's like, I got a guy I can call up. He's a bookmaker and he gives me a line. Well, great. Who gets access to these numbers? Nobody. Yeah, there was a lot. I did lose the UTEP game. I feel bad about that. I gave out UTEP as a strong play, and they shit the bed. They came back, but still, they didn't win or cover. All right, where was I? Well, I should let me do a quick ad read. Let me tell you about Underdog, of course. How could I do a show without telling you about Underdog? I mean, you guys wouldn't know what to do. You'd be like, "What? This bottom line bomb show is rudderless." CJ. You didn't tell me about Underdog. How it's a great place to play fantasy pick'em. We can win up to 500 times your entries. You could put in a Trey Tucker ladder and you could juice it up, spice it up, add your own little levels to it. You could have. I also added the other ladders I had. They didn't hit all the way up, but they all hit their standard. Jaylen Warren over receptions, Juwan Johnson over receptions. They all hit. Not as much as Trey Tucker though. But you simply pick higher or lower in your favorite player stats, available from tons of sports. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code BOMBS. Also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm's gonna bet you. Rhythm's gonna bet you. Rhythm's gonna bet you. With props. It's off to a great start in college football and the NFL. It's just introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. You track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you win. You could win $1,000. Read the words properly. Mention a rhythm prediction? Sure. I'll look up a rhythm prediction as I read the next line. I can do that. I can multitask as soon as I find it on my phone. I wonder if I might get the new iPhone, my new 17. You want me to update it? You know what, Rhythm? Don't tell me to update my thing every time I put it. I shouldn't talk trash about the actual product as I'm reading their ads. You want a probability? You want a Rhythm app that Rhythm bet for tonight's game that I also like? I already gave out Rashad Bateman over 34.5 yards, even though I've moved numbers on Prize Picks. Rhythm likes Rashad Bateman over 2.5 receptions. They think there's a 72% chance that hits. They predict 4 catches for him. So it's a -130. I like that too. I'll sign off on that. So use promo code SGP25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. And we're back here on the Bottom Line Bombs. I am your host, CJ Sullivan, the man in the box, the bet detective, the Delama. Doing a little pause for the ad reads to put the curtain behind for you live CGens. Then I plug in the ads after that. You know what I mean? Narcovelli. I pulled out a Narcovelli shirt. If you follow me on Instagram, I put a video up on my story of me celebrating the Eagles' blocked field goal, and I'm wearing one of those my cop on vacation look. I would call it Narcovelli. I always look like an undercover cop on vacation or something like that. It's like not a flowered shirt, but it's just different style, Anyway, I'm wearing that and I celebrate. I do a little dance and I got some fun comments, including my buddy Batty Bird, who says that TV foot off your wall could have blocked the field goal, for crying out loud. I forget that people are going to rip on your apartment if you post personal pictures, but that's fine. Anyway, all right, let's get back into it. Wrap it up real quick. The Bears, great victory versus Dallas. Any victory versus Dallas is great. Arbo said he had over 50.5. Ridiculous. Everyone had the over, myself included. That was the play, Arbo. Don't feel bad about that one. Cowboys, yeah, for them to only have 14 points was insane. They went for it on it was 31-14. They went for a 4th and goal from 4th and 5 with which I didn't get. Like, I get when you're down there, you want to score, but you need 17 points. You need the field goal anyway. Get the damn field goal. Then they got the ball back 5 minutes ago. They could have been driving to make it within 1. So yeah, that game should have been 31-24. Over should have definitely hit, especially the way it was starting off at first. The flea flickers, that Dallas secondary. They not only can they not stop the deep ball, they don't look like they're planning on trying to stop the deep ball. They're just like, well, I guess we just can't do it. Nothing to do here. Nothing we can fix. We certainly can't scheme it.
That's not the answer.
Somebody said someone on X or whatever had a fun joke and said Matt Eberflus is finally developing Caleb Williams. Matt Eberflus, of course, defense coordinator for Dallas, and they got shredded. He stinks. That's why I said, they're like, oh, it's a Matt Eberflus revenge game. Is it? It's a revenge game for Eberflus? Okay. What's he getting revenge from? Being awful? You should be blessed that he has a job. That he was even given a job. He's stuck. Anyway. So, the Bears won. They crushed Dallas. Everything's good now. It's just fun for the Bears. And the Bears fans are great. Because they go from complete confidence to devastation to we're awful. And then, you trick them a little bit and then they win a game. Oh, we're back. We are back. We're running the show. I was watching with some Bears fans yesterday. And you know what? Good for Bears fans that see actual football yesterday. That is a reward that they deserve. Feach says, what's up, CJ? You got a bomb there. Bruce Pearl to drop a slur on Congress floor at minus 5,000. Yeah, that was breaking news. Bruce Pearl, the Auburn coach, retired. He retired, so he probably will run for Congress, whatever. He's leaning very right politically. And he's like, yeah, my son will coach us this year. What? Yeah, no, that's not really what we signed up for, Bruce. No, I'm just going to have my son be the coach of your university now. Bobby Knight tried that with Pat Knight and his kid, and text like, yeah, no, right. No, we hired you, the all-time winningest coach, not your goddamn son, who's just like you, but not good at coaching basketball. He's an asshole like you. He was taught like you, but yeah, no, he's not a good coach. So I'm sure your son's great, Bruce, but we're gonna go ahead and hire our own coach. How about that? We'll do something like that. Stephen A says, nice job with the Seahawks survivor pick. Ric Flair, woo. You're goddamn right. That was beautiful. Our survivors went good. Like we said, with 2 Buffalo, 2 Seattle, 1 at Tampa Bay, the cookie loss. Those Seattle entries are good because we had Arizona week 1. What did we have last week there? Trying to remember. I had the whole flow chart. Arizona week 1, and then Seattle last week. I know that. Let me pull out the thing. And then we had, it wasn't Denver, was it? No. Denver was the week 1 thing. We had, good God, why am I forgetting things from last week? I can't even remember. I'm going to pull out the notebook now, C-Generates. I'll lock in for you guys. Kramer and Sean pulled out their chart from from a computer. The one we got mapped out. Well, I mapped one out before the season with, I got a couple strategies. Oh, we had Dallas last week versus Giants. Good Lord. I got what to do with the fucking Dallas. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, we had Dallas. And this week's even worse. This week, the one I mapped out, and these are using teams that like you're never going to only use once or twice, as I have to do Miami over the Jets on Monday night. Yeesh. Again.
That's not the answer.
Oh, I mean, I'll look into it. I don't want to throw money away, but that's what I said beforehand. Miami, week 4 at home, Monday night. Miami looked competent. I'll give Miami that. I don't even think that 2 interception was his fault. But still, scary. We'll get to that. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. The Colts are not a fade team. The Indianapolis Colts are now 3-0. There's a lot of 3-0 teams. The Eagles are 3-0. The Niners are somehow 3-0. There's a bunch of weird 3-0 teams. But the Colts are obviously the most surprising team, 3-0 team. And I'm happy for the Colts, happy for Steichen, happy for Daniel Jones. Hell, fuck it, why not? I like Colts fans. They're never no harm. Speaking of old C-Generates, you had Tom You had Ryan O'Flanagan, the Panthers. Like I said, I'm happy for Panthers fans. Then you have my Colts insider, who I had in the preseason. We did a season-long team preview. Tom Thakkar, great comedian, Indianapolis fan. He lives out here in L.A. He played the Sam Ellinger song for me, or I played the Sam Ellinger song from his old Colts podcast, like to the tune of "Linger" by the Cranberries. You gotta we starting Sam Ellinger, starting Sam Ellinger. It's funny. It's a funny song. I played it on there. Anyway, I told him, well, you got to do a new song this year for Daniel Jones. Mr. Jones is the soundbite we've always used here at SGPN by the Counting Crows. It's perfect sense. Indiana Jones is a good nickname, but the Mr. Jones song parody is right there for you. And he was hesitant because, quite frankly, he wasn't a believer in Daniel Jones. And, you know, that's warranted. He is Daniel Jones, for crying out loud. But all of a sudden, he's amazing. As Stephen A says, holy shit, where did this quarterback come from? Uncle Kev must be pissed. Kev's happy that Scadaboo got in there last night. I'll just say that. Scadaboo finally looked good, and he'll be happy when Dart gets in there. But yeah, Russell Wilson. Good God, Russell Wilson. What in the fuck was that last night versus Kansas City? Holy shit. That goal line series. He's launching the ball out of the end zone. 4th and goal. What are you doing? Takeo Spikes mentions the Colts female owner. I love Irsay's daughter. She is the best. What's her name? Jeannie or something like that? I forget. Carly Irsay Gordon, I should say. If you haven't seen it, this Colts team, who barely is punted. They have the number 1 offense in football. Daniel Jones. Jim Irsay, of course, who passed this weekend. Not this weekend, this summer. His daughter is now the team owner. And she's great. She's on the sideline. She wears these fucking amazing outfits. Why do I keep cursing?
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
She's a vibe, as they say. She's the sideline queen. She's got the blazers. She's got a little like flower, like she's got like farm dresses on sometimes. She has a different outfit every time. She has a lot of jewelry, like fuck, but she looks good. She has a headset on. She has a clipboard, which you know the man in the box loves. I pull out the clipboard, the paper, and the passion. Oh, I got a Colts singer here. Oh, this is perfect. I randomly have a Colts sticker on my clipboard, and now I realize I'm Irsay. I'm Caroline Irsay. Anyway, she has the headset. She takes a play. She writes them down. Then she does eye rolls if the play sucks. Like this motherfucker. What are they absolutely doing? And she does look like, as Stephen A says, you do not want to piss her off. And I felt bad because week 2, when they beat Denver on that field goal to walk it off, everyone's jumping up and down, celebrating, hugging each other. No one hugged her, the sideline queen. Well, one, she's the boss, so it looks bad. That's why I think she should hire a gay man. Just to do hugs and stuff like that, because one, with the harassment cases, you can't just hug women like that. So if you get a gay man, gay men can do whatever they want to a woman. They fucking grab their breast, fucking, or trump them into pee, if you will. I mean, they can do whatever they want. Gay guys just fucking molest women. I'm like, oh, that's just Raphael. That's what Irsay's daughter needs. A nice gay guy to rub her up, feel her, and you can celebrate your wins. Anyway, Colts are 3-0. Tom Thakkar. He was inspired by a preseason song ceremony when I personally brought back his Sam Ellinger song, and then and then I told him to do the Daniel Jones. So he's like, "You're right. I want to do it. I'm going to put on a little bit of work." And he showed it to me. I put it on my Instagram story. I'm going to play it for you guys now. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to debut on Broadcast Live. I told him I'd do it. Tom Thakkar new song, Daniel Jones and Me, in honor. If they go undefeated 3-0, I'll play it. And they did. So in honor of these Indianapolis Colts, here is Daniel Jones and Me from Tom Thakkar.
can. And Blue was down at Lucas Oil Field, staring at this AFC South. Daniel Jones causes a conversation with his black hair and his check down passes. You know he's thriving in a clean pocket. Oh, he's suddenly winning games, and we all want to be winning games. Man, I hope we keep winning games. So come down to Indianapolis, Danny Dimes. Can. And Blue, yeah. And Tyler Warren, show me some of them tight end catches and pass him the ball now, Daniel Jones. Yeah. And kick for 3. Spencer straight up, please kick for 3. Cause I wanna be able to settle for 3. Yeah. Daniel Jones and me never punting the football, and we stare at them beautiful receivers. He's open right there. No. Alec Pierce is going deep, playing in them bright lights, beating the Denver Broncos when everybody's open. You can throw the ball quickly. Well, I'm gonna praise Cam Bynum.
You can throw the ball quickly. Oh, I'll go back to this. That's incredible.
Celebrating picks with Blue and Quiddy Pay. All of the beautiful corners are very, very impactful. Marvin Harrison's my favorite player. I feel so symbolic. Jim say if I had Jonathan Taylor, I'd make myself a rush TD parlay. Daniel Jones and me look into the future. Yeah, we stare at our easy schedule. I'm seeing 10 wins. I don't think so. I see 11 wins. Standing in the pocket. He scrambles for some extra time when Tyler Warren's open. Throw it to the rookie. Throw it to the rookie. Said he's gonna be Rookie of the Year. I want to beat the Titans. Everybody wants to beat the Jags. We all want to see AR play, but we got different seasons for that. Settle for 3. I don't think we need a TD, but I want to have a team that gets TDs, kicks for 3s, plays some D. Daniel Jones and me gonna win a Lombardi. Oh, and Shane Steichen's beautiful offense. It's perfect for you. Brian Daboll should be fired for this. I want to beat the Texans. New York wishes Dimes had been just a little more money, but in Indiana's economy, oh son, Dimes are worth a lot more than in NYC. Daniel Jones and me stunting on you silly hoes. When I look at my television, I want to see D. In this context, Daniel Jones is D. We all want to sign big stars, but we don't know why, and we don't know how. But when Patrick Mahomes loses, I'm going to be just about as happy as I can be. Daniel Jones and me gonna win 10 games.
Oh my goodness. That was absolutely incredible. You guys hear me? Right? I'm off this thing. That was just fantastic. Unbelievable. There is Tom Thakkar with his Colts song. His follow-up banger from Sam Ellinger to the tune of Cranberries Linger. That was Daniel Jones and Me to the tune of Counting Crows. A lot of great comments in there. Tequila says, this guy doing Super Bowl halftime show would the shit. What I loved about it, it's like the sound quality is great. People were saying the Wi-Fi was going in and out. It almost like he plays the music, the background music, but he also plays, but it also sounds like he's kind of being held hostage. Like there's a gun to his head. Like, hey, make up a song about Daniel Jones right now, or, you know, or I kill your family. So he's doing that. So there's a little bit of nervous energy to it. And yeah, it is quite the story. And it is New York fans say, why could he not do this for New York? As Feach says, I hope Kramer was listening. You could definitely, you can tell he put in a lot of work. No shit, John said. As John, he put a lot of work, which is respect. That's also a nice passive aggressive compliment. Well, you worked hard on it, that's for sure. I don't know about your talent, but you definitely put work in. But he did. And I know how much work that is in editing and shit, and then the song drives you crazy. I listen to it a lot of times. You can get the ball out quickly is one of my favorite. What a great complimenting lines. You will get the ball out quickly. Your passes are quickly. It's incredible. You're right. John likes that cover to spread song. Wait till he hears this banger. This is a real song. And to do the full version too, the full 4 minutes. Maybe I didn't have to play the full 4 minutes. Well, Bill Donald, welcome to the chat. He says, "Play it again." I can't let you see degenerates hear it again, but I will play "Man in the Box" since we are in the "Man in the Box." Although I don't really have. I will say though, that song's great, and a lot of work went into it. That's why I'm glad I played for it. I was talking about yesterday going out, Nick Vatterad birthday party. People were out watching games. He did a whole thing where it's like, okay, Hollywood bar crawl, watch NFL football games, then maybe Dave and Buster's, and then maybe 710 bowling late night for after night, for the thing. And okay. I went to one of those things. Eric Acosta was there, who was in the chat room. I went to the Jameson Farm before the second afternoon games, but that was it. First of all, there was no air conditioning. What? Are you out of your fucking mind? No air conditioning?
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
Not even a fan, not even an oscillating fan, for crying out loud. It was an outdoor on Hollywood Boulevard with pure sweat. It's like we were in Mexico. It was insane, but we got through it. Watched some games. Anyway, I went back to air conditioning to lie down after that. Then I got the text. Okay, we're going to 710 bowling at 6 o'clock. Yeah, no, you are. Maybe. I guess it's your birthday, but yeah, no, I'm a one spot guy, and I'm barely a one spot guy at this point. But that's it. One thing a day. I'm not stacking. I'm not multiplying. I'm not going somewhere else. If I'm out, that's it. This is where I'm out. Where are we going? I like when you go out and the lady's like, where are we going after this? What? After this? No, this is it. Have your fun now. Get your fun in. This is it. Look around. We are here. Here is fun. There's no more fun to be had after that. Not at this age.
And people that are productive.
John says paper fans like in an old Southern courtroom scene. One of my favorites. Nothing better. That's what it felt like. It felt like a Southern, like a nice TNT court. I love a courtroom drama movie. Who doesn't? But if I want a courtroom drama movie, it better be in the damn South, and the air conditioner better be broken. And you're right. And the jury better be fanning themselves with those paper fans. And I want a black judge. I want an honorable black judge who doesn't take no guff from these fast talking lawyers. And they'll have you in the quarters back here to calm you both down if you guys get out of line with a scotch. That's what I like about my Southern, And then as soon as the verdict's out, all the media, they run outside, they go to the payphone, they sprint it, they go, not guilty. Or one kid yells out, not guilty. And then half the crowd cheers from outside and the other one does it. Bill O'Donnell, who's new to the show in the live chat room, says, show some porn. He wants me to show porn on the screen here. He obviously does not know what the show is about. But my advice to you, Bill O'Donnell, and anyone else who would like to watch porn on the internet is to go ahead and watch it. I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to share your screen, give you access for that, and to but you're already online. You're halfway there. Why would you need me to help you out in that process, unless you're firewalled at work? That would be a funny show, though. Come to my show, The Bottom Line Bombs, Picks with Bits. I give out Monday Night Football plays. I give out ladder props. I give out survivor entries, circa 1.5 million a week in a row. I also broadcast pornography. It's a nice little treat I give my fans at the end. All right, guys, you were so nice in the chat room. You hit thumbs up on the button there, and make sure you hit thumbs up on the YouTube. And then I'll tell you what, if I get enough likes, I'll show you a 3-minute POV porn. Everyone, there's Tom Thakkar, everybody. You're damn right I played the song in full. I'm going to play a little bit after the end credits there. That's Tom Thakkar, author and recording artist of the Daniel Jones and Me song. Mr. Jones and Me, Daniel Jones. Congratulations, Tom. I played the full song mainly because I'm not going to lie, Tom, I was a little low on material today. I didn't want to recap all the NFL games, just the ones I won, really. So I was like, you know what? I'll play the full damn song. It is long. I can't believe you did the full song in general, Tom, but I love it. But yeah, so there it is. So it's a little pornography. You never know what you're gonna get here. You're gonna get Colts parody songs. You might get POV pornography or any other genre. But yeah, depends on the Now all the chats want to ask Tom questions about, and this is what I'm doing. I'm bringing the artist to the crowd. If you have questions for Tom about how he recorded that banger, go ahead and give it to you. A thumbs up for a gangbang, says LMAO Chuck. Yeah, you get to vote on your favorite kind of adult film that we can all share together. Chat, what do you want to hear? You want to see what's your favorite genre or your kind of Bill Cruz? We all know what kind of your show. That'd be great. Wow. A little behind the scenes, a little behind the music. They don't do that anymore. Behind the music on VH1. That was great. Although I think Vice does now, but now they do it like for a song. Like this is how the thong song became a thing. He said it took him 3 days to make it. That's a dedicated weekend, by the way. And Virgil, nice on the Tucker ladder. LFG, you're damn right. Now I'm getting confused. Now we're talking about a lot of topics. We're talking about hunkering down the weekend to write parody songs. Mr. Jones, Indianapolis Colts, best team in football. Dr. Demento in the box. That's what I feel like I am. That's what I said. That's actually what I told Tom when we were texting about this. And I told him I was going to play it today. And I did, beginning to end, full video. I said, maybe that's what I should transition to on my show. I'll be the Carson Daly of sports parody songs, but I realized that's actually a bit ambitious. I'm certainly no Carson Daly. Shout out to Carson Daly. He's a disc jockey talent. I love those disc jockeys like Carson Daly and Ryan Seacrest and Dick Clark, quite frankly, who became huge stars out of being a disc jockey. You don't get, you're Rick Dees, if you will. But I'm not that. I'm more of a Dr. Demento for sports parody songs. To play fish heads, roly-poly fish heads. Speaking of which, Weird Al Yankovic, who Dr. Demento first would play, was just in town at the Forum in Los Angeles. I know a lot of comics that went to that. And his opening act was some clown. Is it Puddles the Clown or some shit like that? Puddles a Clown? Wolfman Jack, Bill Donald says. Yeah, Wolfman Jack wouldn't be a bad. I'm fine with the Wolfman Jack. He was good. I love the Wolfman. He had to do with a howl, right? He had to howl. You can't call yourself Wolfman Jack and not howl. If your name, your moniker is Wolfman, you're going to be howling for the rest of your career, and people are going to be howling at you. So be careful when you pick your names like that. Puddles, that's right. Chase Bentley said Puddles is the name of the clown that opens up for. He's like he does like big band, not big band. He does lounge music. It's like sad songs, but then he has like weird happy thing, or he does happy songs and sad things going on behind him. I forget, sad songs and like happy shit going on behind him. Like he's quite a conundrum, a conundrum. What a catalog Weird Al has. We were listening to him on our way down to Ontario. What you don't want to hear is the Weird Al originals. How about the people who want the Weird Al originals, like those dedicated fans? Yeah, nah, it's all right. Just do another one, Rides the Bus or something, will you, Weird Al? I don't want to hear a song about your shoelaces. Play me Amish Paradise, if you will. I Love Rocky Road was one of my introductions to Weird Al. Don't give me into that cheap vanilla. I Love Rocky Road. I keep 2 quarts in my locker in school. Anyway, parody songs. You know what I love also about parody songs, and Tom's did it great as well. Because back in the day, I would do Visitor's Locker Room, which is my show, old show that made fun of sports talk, and we in Chicago, way before our time, back when Mark Maron was still on coke. And we would do a Super Bowl. We would do a Super Bowl show every year, the week before the Super Bowl. It was like a sports play. It was kind of great. We would do skits and stand up, blah, blah, blah. And one time we had, because we always love when a team starts getting going, you'll hear a parody song like that, like Mr. Jones by a local radio station. And we had bands do original songs for I think it was the Steelers and Cardinals one. Big Steve O. Harvey, R.I.P., good friend of ours. He led a band. And he was amazing at it, and he did these songs. Bad Leroy Brown, but it was about Chad Brown or Ben Roethlisberger, whatever it was. Anyway, but what we always laugh about is like, when you have these parody songs, they always have the lyrics on the screen and like the bouncing dot so you could follow along. When that's actually the last time you need a dot to show me for the lyrics. Like that I get. No, I understand a 48-year-old disc jockey, what they're saying. What we don't understand is Kurt Cobain mumbling fast. We don't need your... We don't need your follow along. Band of 1,000 Names. That's right. He made some. That was his. Because Ken Barnard. Oh wow. Feats with some breaking news there. Don't tell Colby, but he thinks ECU's "We Believe" was a parody. I'll definitely look into that. Virgil says a big fan of Dr. Hook and the Medicine Band. Absolutely. Nature Trail to Hell. I got to break up some of those old songs. They were fucking amazing. They were actually legit good songs. Just like Tom's, Daniel Jones and Mr. Me. All right, that's going to do it for the box. Let me get out of the box. I want to thank everyone that came in the chat. The chat started getting lit up. A lot of people from my Chicago Comic Fantasy Football League was in there. At least 4 or 5 members I can see, which is especially a Bill O'Donnell. You don't see him too often. A Chase, Ken Barnard, Bill Cruz. I think that there was a hot button issue this morning, C-Generates. I'll throw it out there for you. I'm the commissioner of that league. And I accepted a trade that was in my inbox last night. You know, a trade came across my lap. It looked good to me. I accepted it, and all hell broke loose. People were like, this is the most insane thing I've ever heard. Everyone needs to fucking veto this shit. You should die. Throw it back. Give us money for even looking at this trade. Brady Novak 6 is crazy. I was like, listen, I'm not even the one. It's not like to hijack someone. Long story short, we have a Cleveland Browns fan in our league, and he's a big Quishon Judkins fan. That's all. And he wanted to acquire him, and he did everything he could to do it. I'm not going to talk about it. Thank you, Charity Brown. So we're still going over the details of how to make it right if we're not. But thank you, everyone, for joining the show. John, Chase, Kevin, blah, blah, blah. Press 1 for veto, Ken Barrow says. Again, go Ravens tonight, -4.5, over 53. Rashad Bateman ladder, if you will. Hopefully I'll go 5-0 in the Circa Millions. We're going through the Survivor. Got the college show on Wednesday, the prop show on Thursday with Sean and Ryan. Of course, another bottom line bombs. All right, and right now the league is currently voting on the Quishon Judkins. It was a trade for the running back for the Eagles who hasn't cracked 80 yards yet this year. His name's Saquon Barkley, but he's obviously having a down year. These guys are. They look in the past. They're big legacy guys. Apparently they think it's unfair. So I don't know. We'll see. Laddie daddy motherfuckers. That's right. Takeo Spikes. Absolutely.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
All right. That's going to do it for the show. Make sure you subscribe. Thumbs up. Now we're going long. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm doing here. That's what I woke up to with the trade. The entire league going.
It ain't gonna work, buddy.
Well, I think it is. So. Degenerates, we'll see you later.